Are you wondering what $1 million gets you in the Charleston area? Whether you're craving beach access, historic charm, or multi-generational living.
The good news, Charleston has all of that and more, but we're going to only narrow it down to 4 to show you for this video. They're beautiful, they're lovely. You are not going to want to miss this one. If you are new here, we are Dan and Angel. We are a couple of Gen Xers that went from California to South Carolina to start fresh, and we help other people do that as well. If that is you, please feel free to like and subscribe, no cost to you. We're here week after week making videos of what it's like to live in the Low Country, buy a house here in the Low Country, and to just like be a part of this really fun area right outside of Charleston. Like we said at the beginning, we are going to show you 4 very different properties that are around $1 million. And remember back in the day when it would be like, $1 million,
oh man,
it's got to be a mansion. And these houses are lovely and have nice square footage. So don't get us wrong. It still buys you a really nice home in this Charleston area. But we've kind of gotten a couple of places like what, all over the, not just in Charleston, but
yeah, the surrounding area.
Yeah.
So North Charleston, James Island, Mount Pleasant. So
Yeah.
you're going to learn about the area in addition to learning about these homes.
oh man, stay tuned.
Now this is a property I'm really excited about. It's 1450 Eutaw Battalion Drive in Charleston, South Carolina. It's technically on James Island, which is conveniently located 15 minutes from Folly Beach, 15 minutes from Charleston. So it is in a prime location. The reason it's on the $1 million list is because it was originally listed at $974,500 and it is only $925,500. So you can get this property for a steal. Now the locals in James Island, they love the quiet streets, they love the big oak trees, the marsh views, and you're never far from water. Now you'll notice the double stacked porches on this home. It is just a gorgeous home. If you want a peaceful, nature-loving lifestyle close to Charleston with a strong local feel, James Island will be your sweet spot. This house has 4 bedrooms, 2.5 baths. It is 1,890 square feet. The HOA on this home is $1,450 annually. Now you'll notice the first thing that the kitchen opens up to the living room. So if you're doing any kind of entertaining, it's just going to be a beautiful space to have guests, and you will have guests. I mean, from the outside of this house, you've got views of the water. You've got a lovely park across the street with a fenced-in area for dogs and a playground. As you can see, the kitchen on this home has been beautifully updated. Cabinets that go all the way up to the ceiling, high-end appliances, quartz countertops, can't be beat. And it's just that aqua-colored backsplash is just a beautiful touch on this home. This here is the downstairs bedroom, and then you've got the powder room there. And then upstairs, you will be led to your personal oasis, the owner's suite, with a beautifully updated master bath. You've got the dual sinks. You got the natural light coming in on the outside. It is just a beautiful space. James Island County Park is also a major hub on James Island, where you have trails, a dog park, rock climbing, and seasonal events like the Holiday Festival of Lights. Now here you can see a beautiful screened-in porch where you can entertain. You could have food out there and not have to worry about the bugs getting to it. The yard is fenced in, so if you have animals, they will be kept safe and secure in your backyard. And you'll notice here they've got the beautiful tabby patio. And if you're not familiar with tabby, it's basically a foundation made out of oyster shells. And then beyond that, you've got the 2-car garage with off-street parking, meaning there's a driveway to get you off the road and onto your property. The most unique thing about this particular community, Freeman's Point in James Island, is that it has not only a boat dock, but a community pool. Now on James Island, you'll typically have one or the other, but in this case, you get the advantage of both. So it's just a beautiful opportunity. If this house is still for sale at the time that this video goes up, I urge you to run, not walk, to 1450 Eutaw Battalion Drive and secure this home for yourself. Do you know what time it is?
What time is it?
It's time for the Gen X Fun Fact.
All right, if you don't know what's going on here, he gives a Gen X fun fact, tries to stump me and you, but usually we get it before we...
Yeah, before I reveal the
yes,
answer. Yeah?
Yes, all right, let's go.
Since we're talking about $1 million properties, this fun fact has to do with money.
Okay.
And it was something that was invented in 1967, but didn't become commonplace until the 80s, and now you wouldn't imagine life without it. And it has to do with money.
$1,000 bill?
Nope.
$1 million bill?
I wish.
$100 bill? No. What? Invented in 67.
Yep.
And now we can't imagine life without it.
And people don't even think like, prior to 1980, people are like, that didn't even exist.
1980? You said 1967.
I know.
I'm so confused.
Okay.
Do you know?
So what I'm saying is they invented it in 67, but it didn't become commonplace until the early to mid 80s.
I do not know.
Okay. The answer is ATMs.
Shut up.
Yep.
We used to call them a Versatel. I don't know why.
Versatel.
I think it was a B of A.
I think it was the company that made the machines.
When I used to be at B of A, BOFA, it'd be like Versatel.
So ATMs, apparently, they came up with the idea in 1967.
Oh,
and then they first launched it in England, but it didn't really become a hot ticket.
Took 16 years or 10? No, let me do the math.
Well, you got to keep in mind, people were writing handwritten checks in the stores, and they're like,
isn't that adorable?
I'm going to have a machine give me money. And when I was a kid, our ATM machines would give you like 5s and 1s, and now it's like
20s,
50s, 100s. That's it.
I hate getting 20s. Remember at the bank when you used to pull up into your banking and then you'd put that thing in and go,
Yeah, they
and it would suck it up.
They had vacuum tubes.
Oh,
You would put your
and you felt
paper,
you put that little door.
Oh man, and it was just, and then they would get it and
drop it down. You'd be talking to the lady.
Oh yeah.
Now it's just nameless, faceless. Give me my money.
The computer doesn't even talk to you.
No.
Yeah.
If they do, we should be afraid.
Yeah. So ATMs, crazy, right? Like you couldn't imagine today, like not having them.
Yeah.
And now you can't imagine life without them. And that is your Gen X fun fact.
Very good. You stumped me. Did he stump you?
Our next property is 8605 Refuge Point Circle in North Charleston. Now, North Charleston is about 38 minutes from Charleston. This home is a custom-built estate at the Refuge at Whitehall and is bordering protected Coosaw wetlands and the Ashley River. Now, this home has 5 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 4,965 square feet. Now, you'll notice his and hers staircase to the front door. It's very Charleston-esque in its design, and beautiful vaulted ceilings in the main living area there. Believe it or not, this house has an elevator. Come on. If you don't like walking stairs, $1 million home, you're going to get an elevator. Now you'll notice the 3-car garage, which is very helpful. You can have 2 cars in either garage, and you can have a golf cart in a third, whatever you want to put in there. You have a gourmet kitchen with double ovens. You've got a center island with a sink built in. One of the things with North Charleston is it's a very diverse, dynamic, and gritty meets growing vibe. It's one of the most culturally and economically mixed areas in this region. It's industrial in parts and revitalized in others. Now, this home boasts dual owners suites. So you have on 2 different floors, you have an owner's suite with beautifully appointed bathrooms on both and amazing sized closets, lots of natural light coming in from the windows. So you have got it made at 8605 Refuge Point Circle if you decide to make this your home. North Charleston is also home to Riverfront Park, which is a beautiful park, a sculpture garden, trails, and concerts along the Cooper River. And as we go through this house, you'll see that there's even space for a game room. And here we're back to the 3-car garage. Now I want you to notice the parking that's available. If you are going to do a lot of entertaining, which with a house this size you would want to, you have room for everybody to be parked off street and in your driveway. Believe it or not, the HOA on this home is only $630 per year. And look at that marsh view behind you there. That's protected wetlands, so you're going to have those views for a long time to come. And this is 8605 Refuge Point Circle in North Charleston. Get there as fast as you can.
So when we're going through these properties, my California realtor glasses come on and I start doing like, what's the property taxes on these? Well, South Carolina property tax, tell them, Dan.
South Carolina property taxes are some of the lowest property taxes in the nation.
It's amazeballs, let me just tell you.
And I'll give you one example. I did some calculations, and if you rough estimate property taxes on $1 million home in California, you're looking at about $12,500 a year.
That's on the low side.
Now, South Carolina, just one of the counties that I checked, $3,566 for a $1 million property here.
Now, again, this is rough estimate. If one of these properties that we're showing you is piquing your interest, we have a property tax calculator that will walk you through so that you have the actual specific numbers. We're not just winging and slinging when we're under contract to purchase. But these houses, don't be afraid of the property taxes in South Carolina. That's all we got to say. So let's keep going on these other two properties. If you are looking for downtown Charleston historic vibes for your real estate portfolio, listed for $1 million to the penny, is this home on 272 Cummings Street. And it was built in 1890. Can I get a yes and an amen for that? How awesome would this be to have in your portfolio? This historic home is located in the highly desired areas of Cannonboro, Elliottboro neighborhood. I mean, blocks away from the cultural food vibe that is all things Charleston. Talk about a foodie paradise. All within walking distance, you have breweries, rooftop bars, speakeasies, clubs, shopping, nightlife. This is an incredible property located in the heart of Charleston. This home was fully renovated in 2022. New plumbing, electrical, finishes, windows, you name it. It's been redone and upgraded beautifully in this home. Some of the added features would be that each of these bedrooms has its own ensuite bath. So if that is something that you're buying as an investment property, maybe you have students that are going to CSU, they would each have their own private bath with their bedroom. It is a 3-bedroom, 3.5 bath. So, even if it's not students, you've got plenty of room for everybody to have everything they need right at their own fingertips for privacy and convenience. So living in Charleston, you've got history, walkability, food, art, retirees, young professionals. I mean, there's nothing that you would be missing in this $1 million property in downtown Charleston. It would be like living in a postcard, but in real life behind the scenes. It's an amazing place to call home, and $1 million, 272 Cummings Street in Charleston, South Carolina. Let's talk about 1225 Rudy Lane in the heart of Mount Pleasant. I mean, this is on a cul-de-sac where all the community events take place. This home is like nothing you've ever seen. 4 bedrooms, dual primary suites with 3.5 bathrooms located, perfectly throughout the house. So the home is conveniently located like biking, walking, award-winning schools. Jenny Moore Elementary and Lang Middle School are all within less than a mile of this home. As of this recording in July of 2025, the list price is $999,999, which I think is adorable. But hey, we are still talking about it being $1 million property for your family. Living in Mount Pleasant gives you access to outdoor life, waterfront living, Shem Creek, which we love Shem Creek because you could, have a seaside lunch and see dolphins while you're out there on the waterfront. It's amazing in Mount Pleasant. Let's get back to talking about the house, because this is $1 million property after all, and you're going to want details. So when you walk through the door, we're just greeted with luxury at every turn. You've got real hardwood floors, custom lighting throughout, double French doors, into the office space with tons of natural light. I mean, natural light in South Carolina, the more you have, the better it is, because it is beautiful here more days than it's not. And you just want that sunshine down here in the low country just coming right on through those lovely windows. And the open kitchen and the living areas are filled with it. So this high-end kitchen is just amazing. Stunning quartz countertops, cabinets. I mean, you've got no room for want in this $1 million luxury home. One of the really key features of this property is your double primary suite. So there's one upstairs and one downstairs, which just opens you up to a ton of opportunity. Whether you have a nanny that is a live-in, she can be downstairs in primary suite, has its own shower and bathtub, and then of course the primary suite upstairs, in addition to the other bedrooms for, presumably the kids. Okay, so Moore's Landing, which is where this property is located, you have access to the Oyster Point pool. And then within Moore's Landing itself, you have, the walking paths, the jogging, biking, running paths for your enjoyment. Again, this is all within your neighborhood. You haven't even stepped outside of Mount Pleasant and gotten to go to, the shopping and the boutique restaurants and been around, all of the activities that come from living so conveniently located within Mount Pleasant. So when you think of living in Mount Pleasant, you haven't even crossed the bridge over into Charleston yet. You're just minutes away from all that Charleston has to offer. But when you think of living in Mount Pleasant, think refined coastal suburb, beautiful neighborhoods, top-rated schools. It's clean, it's safe, it's visibly affluent, but it's still got that classic Charleston low country way of life that just draws you in and makes you not want to leave, quite honestly. Locals have been heard saying it's like living in a bubble, but a really nice one. And also living in Mount Pleasant is, they say it's everything you need without having to cross a bridge, meaning to go over to Charleston. Another thing to keep in mind about this part of Mount Pleasant is the HOA. So we have the annual HOA, and then we have the Oyster Point pool part of the HOA. So you have one that you pay annually and one that you would pay quarterly. Now we would be able to walk you through that. It's not complicated. I just wanted to state that for the very obvious point of the exclusivity of this neighborhood of living in Mount Pleasant. So 1225 Rudy is suburban luxury meeting coastal charm. You would love this $1 million home.
So we've talked about 4 very different homes all around the $1 million price point, but each one tells a different story.
From beachfront vibes to downtown historic Charleston, your budget can get you a lot of different options here in this area.
Mm-hmm. If you're planning on relocating and want help deciding which home best fits your needs, we'd love to guide you.
Download our free relocation guide, which is in the description below.
Or you can book a one-on-one call with us, and we can help you explore your specifics, your story, and your move to the Charleston area.
And if you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe so that YouTube can send it out to other people that might be interested in this information. We'll see you next week.
Bye.